This video you might consider to be quite controversial, but I'm always controversial. However, I believe in solutions, and the only solution for black youths, black men, for some unknown reason, we do not seem to adapt to the black structure, and we certainly are struggling to survive within the black community. If you look on at the black and black crime, black shootings, black killing blacks, you begin to realize that you are safer around white people. You are safer around the white community than you are with your own race. So my solution is, if black men want to add years onto their lives rather than to be killed by each other, there has to be a solution, and the solution is that lovely white heterosexual couples adopt or foster black boys. That's the only solution. If you look at the statistics for black children in loving white homes, they turn out doctors, they turn out stable, they turn out well adjusted. And the reason being why I wanted black youths to go into the homes of white heterosexual couples is because the black boy needs saving. Do you know, you look at adoption, interracial adoption, and you will see that the black boys are being raised by homosexuals, by lesbians, and you begin to realize that the government has a sinister agenda. Why would they want to put black boys who are already screwed up, already messed up? They don't know who the fathers are. They have bad relationship with their mothers. And to finish them off, you put them into LGBT home, you put them into the home of gays and homosexuals, and black men are quiet about it. Black men don't mind, their sons going to the homes of LGBT, gays and lesbians. Black men don't mind that. Right? They have no shame. They'll continue poking the vagina of different black women and having no consequence that their sons are being targeted by LGBTQ, by homosexuals, but black men don't care. Right? Look at interracial adoption. If you don't believe me, you don't see white families adopting black babies. What do you see? You see LGBT. In England, I couldn't believe it. 2 homosexual police officers, right, adopting a black boy. Why would 2 white homosexuals policemen want to adopt a black boy? You begin to question the motives and the sincerity behind all of this. So black men could hate me for this. Hate me as much as you want. Send me death threats as much as you want. I'm used to it. You can't touch me physically. I've studied martial arts all my life. I've never lost a fight. Okay? Now, I tell you this, and that is the loving white heterosexual couple need to engage with the social services and says, look, black boys are not wanted. They're going to turn to crime. They're going to turn to rape. They're going to become illiterate. They're not going to reach even 2nd grade. They're not going to go to university or college. They're going to be failures. They're going to become drug dealers. They end up in prison. On the down low. And some kind of system has to be put into place to rescue these the deviant black youths, these deviant black boys. And the solution is for lovely white heterosexual couples to come along and says, we will carry the burden. We will take these unloved black boys, these unloved black youths, before the LGBT pedophile group get access to them. Before the LGBT pedophile group get access to them, we need to somehow engage with lovely white couples and tell them, look, black men don't want them. The pro-blacks don't want them. I don't see black pro-blacks adopting black boys. I don't see militant blacks going out their way to foster or to even start up a home of some sort, right, where these black boys can come to. I don't see Louis Farrakhan opening up a children's home for these black kids. This man is a millionaire. He was given $5 million from Scientology, from the founder, racist L. Ron Hubbard. Louis Farrakhan had no problem taking $5 million from him, right? No, sorry, that 2 million, I think. It was Arab Muslims that enslaved Africans. They gave Louis Farrakhan $5 million to keep his mouth shut. Shh, shh, right? Regarding the situation in Darfur, the Arab Muslims who are operating the slave trade of Africans gave Louis Farrakhan $5 million to keep his mouth shut. In one of Louis Farrakhan's video, he actually argued that they offered him £1 billion. They offered him $1 billion. That he was showing off, right? So they offered him $1 billion. I don't know what for, what sleaze he knew for them to offer him $1 billion to keep. This man is a prostitute, to keep his mouth shut. But I don't see him going out his way to open up a home to put unwanted and unloved black children into. I don't see him doing that. I don't see him doing that. So, what is the solution? The solution is that loving, caring, and sensitive white parents, heterosexual white parents, I add hastily, should engage with the black youths, should engage with the black boys, and give them loving homes. As I said, if you look at the statistics of black youths who are being adopted by white parents, they always end up doctors, lawyers, senators. They end up successful accountants when they are reared in loving white heterosexual homes. Black people have no right to scream about white heterosexuals adopting black kids. It's interesting how the LGBT are, adopting black boys and black girls, and nobody in the black community has anything to say about it. We keep our mouths shut. We were kicking up white heterosexuals, but the LGBT, we keep our mouths shut. If you look at the statistics of children who are brought up by lesbians and gays and the damage is done to them, you look it up. The damage is done to them. It's not normal to be raised by 2 cocks, 2 vaginas. It's not normal. Can you imagine how you're supposed to turn out? How you're supposed to sexually and socially, adjust? These are very negative role models, and these are social experiments endorsed by the government, and black boys are actually being used as guinea pigs because their black fathers don't give a damn. They'll still go around strutting his big cock. As this black man said to me on my channel, he said, black men don't care. We will continue having sex with different women. We will continue getting them pregnant, and we're not going to pay no child support. We're going to claim welfare state. This is what this animal said to me. This animal said he's going to continue sleeping around. He doesn't care. In other words, like all they'll do is give me death threats, keep your mouth shut, death threats, but they will continue living like beasts of the field. And you wonder why there's a vicious cycle of black men who are animals. If your father's an animal, you yourself will become an animal, and the cycle continues. The Bible says that kind of evil, you kill it, you burn it. David Duke had it right. The KKK had it right. The problem is KKK, they targeted decent black people. They should have targeted damn niggers, burn them out, clean up the black community. Where the KK went wrong, they targeted decent black people. They just screwed up, messed up people. You go for the virus, you go for the disease, and you wipe it out. Black men are sick animals. And what do you do with the animal? You pull it down, get out of his misery. Louis Farrakhan failed them with his magic talk. He's failed them with his bagpipe and his flute. That's snake charmer. He failed them. Year after year, he called with his strong talk and million man march, and black men are still animals. A good tree can't produce bad fruit, and a bad tree can't produce good fruit, which means Louis Farrakhan is a bad tree. There's no good fruit. He's produced nothing apart from making money for his Farrakhan family, his Farrakhan empire, his North Korean family. When Louis Farrakhan dies, you will not see anybody else take over but his family, Mustafa, his son. It's a business. He's making money out of racism. It's a business, but he's produced nothing for black youth or black kids who are raised without loving parents. He's produced nothing. Why? It doesn't bother him. The Nation of Islam themselves, Elijah Muhammad slept around with, I think it was 8 different women and got them pregnant. It's in the seed. It's in the seed. Where a man's heart is, that is where his treasure is. So if your leaders like that, what do you expect? If your leaders like that, Elijah Muhammad, sleeping around with every Jane, Susan and Sally, young girls got them pregnant. If that was Elijah Muhammad, how can you expect any good from the Nation of Islam men? How can you expect any good? The Nation of Islam, the record they've got is killing black men. That's the record you got. They can't do any better. Murderers of their own people, murderers, killers. They're not there to heal black children. They're not there to give them a good home. They're there to make money and to sell a cult. White heterosexual parents, please, please help these young black boys. Give them a good home with your love, with your discipline, that when they grow up like Moses was raised with the Egyptian, these black boys will turn and work for the white people. Deal with them wisely, and you will see the white empire expand in ways unimaginable. Because these Negroes in charge of the black community, they will ruin it because we've allowed them to take control. The day we let rap music define black identity, we were finished. We were totally finished.